Last week we left Skopolis to start our very long journey to Croatia. Our first leg of the trip was a ferry from Skopolis to Volos, which was unfortunately running slightly late, meaning that our 20-minute walk to the bus turned into a 10-minute run so we wouldn't miss it.
Ferry got in about half an hour late, so I got in at 10:15, bus is at 10:30. It's 2 kilometres from the port to the bus, so I just ran about 2 Ks, 2 bags, 20 kilos, and Melody did some jogging as well. Never seen her hate anything more in her life. As I said to her, missing the bus by 2 minutes is not worth a 2-hour wait. So we're here, we're ready to depart, get back to Athens, and yeah, it's good, it's worth it.
Once we were back in Athens, we had to get 2 trains to the airport. Our 2 flights of today technically ended up as 3. Plane 1 flew from Athens to Dubrovnik. At Dubrovnik, every passenger had to get off the plane to check into the country and then back on the same plane to continue to Zagreb. Once we got into Zagreb, we got on our 3rd plane of the day, which would take us to Split. Our last part of the trip was a bus to our accommodation, but we were way too tired to film it, so instead I'll show you some little clips from Split the next morning. I'm Melody, and this is Michael. We are both Australian teachers who have taken a year off our jobs to travel. Our goal is to see more than 30 countries in 12 months. So subscribe and let's get going. First day we got on the boat in Split, met the 4 other people that we were going to be on the boat with and our skipper, and then we headed to Brack.
So it was, what, 2 PM start, so we just had a short motor out to Brack, and Brack was the only place we stayed that we weren't in Marina. So we tied onto a mooring ball
and then all rafted up to each other.
Went ashore and had like a welcome dinner at a little local restaurant.
Makaska, is that right?
Roughly.
So we had a bit of a longer sail the second day. By sail we were motoring because there was no wind whatsoever. But we got Skipper Michael on the job.
Yep, I had a good couple of hours hand steering.
Yep.
Just, I don't know, pretending that I was at sea.
When we got there, we pretty much just went for a little walk.
So the boat is 10 metres behind us. The bakery is 4 metres that way. Straight off the boat and straight into a chocolate and vanilla donut.
Watched the sunset, made some dinner on the boat, and then there was a cave party.
By cave party, it's literally in a cave.
Like a lit up cave. After that, what did we do?
Next
we went
morning,
to
slightly later start.
Yep, and then we went to Jelsa. It's a soft J. Jelsa.
Jelsa was more of a relaxed vibe. It was a smaller town.
Yeah.
We pulled up to the town quay, and what did we do? We did a wine tasting in Jelsa. Yep. I met a donkey.
He was very happy with his donkey.
This is an anchovy. It's not the ones you get on pizza. I ate one before, and honestly, I've never eaten bait. Sometimes when you go fishing, I go fishing a lot, you just kind of have a little bit on your fingers as you tie your hook, and you just get that little taste of bait, and then the smell of the boat, and that's exactly what this is. Just getting some cans. Cuddle hot and Ozjusko. All pronounced incorrectly, but anyway. There's a first aid kit on the boat. Yeah,
There's a lot of blood.
That is a lot of blood. What do you got? Or what's left of it?
Yeah.
Tea?
Yes, made me a nice cup of tea this morning. I've got your toasty. Good to go. That was on our way to Hvar. Now, Hvar's marina wasn't actually in Hvar. It was about 10-20 minutes out and you had to get a water taxi in. We didn't go in that night. We decided to have a quiet night on the boat and we will stay here, made dinner and then sat on the front of the boat.
Pretended it was our boat.
Yeah, try not to steal it while we're here. But yeah, so we just had a quiet night in, which was really nice. And everybody else came back at about 4:30 in the morning. After that, arrived at Vis, and then we were going for a walk through the town and we noticed that there was a fire on the hill and then the water plane started.
Yeah, see like a bushfire or something started up next to the road on the hill. You hear the siren. So the island of Vis, when there's a fire, starts a big siren.
Water plane! It's a water plane!
Oh, that's cool as shit. I was wondering how they were going to put out a bushfire with 3 fire engines.
Yep.
And then 20 minutes later, half an hour later, 2 water bombing seaplanes turned up.
It was really cool.
So they were cutting laps and like landing on the water just past the boats. They must have been too high, but masts filling out with water and then dumping it on the fire.
And then that night we had a quiet one. I made family dinner for the 6 of us. Hello.
What are you doing?
Making family dinner. So I'm just cooking up a big spag That's pasta. Good. So we all just sat out having a couple of glasses of wine. Last day we went to Shelter. That's what it's called. We've just been practicing that with our skipper. So Shelter. This was an exciting day because we actually got to sail. So we got to put up the head sail and the main, which was awesome.
You're that excited to get to talking about the sailing, you forgot that we went to a submarine
yeah, I forgot about
bunker
that
as well. So there was a big bunker in the side of a hill where they parked a submarine.
Yeah.
So I'm currently just off the island of Vis, or it's part of the island of Vis actually, in Croatia. And this is an abandoned Yugoslavian submarine bunker that we're currently in. So we'll go for a little walk inside. And we might go for a little swim in it as well because there are just millions upon millions of tiny little fish.
Okay, we did go there first, but the sailing. I got to be skipper, we got the sails up, oh, it was so good.
Yeah, we probably sailed for what, an hour?
Yep, we pushed it out as long as possible. The skipper said, the sails are just up for you two right now, let us know when we'll take them down, because we were very excited.
We got up to, I think, 5.4 knots.
Yeah, without the motor, so...
Cruising along, it was far more peaceful.
Oh, it's so good. When you flick that engine off, it's such a cool feeling. Engine's off, going 5 knots, sailing baby. Oh, I forgot, after we put the sails down, we also got to get dragged behind the boat.
Oh yeah. That was... You've been wanting to do the whole week.
Yeah. It's a weird feeling when you jump in just the ocean.
No, that was nice blue. Just to swim in the blue.
Yeah. But yeah, so we got dragged behind the boat for a while. So Shelter, we got there. It's a really, really fancy marina. So there's some rich guy that owns it and built it for his own boats. So it's actually the most expensive marina that we went to the entire time. We went to dinner in this little, slightly abandoned town. We just got dropped off for dinner and we're in this little town. Most of it seems abandoned and it looks like it went through an earthquake or something because it's all just destroyed and the roofs are falling down, but they were all like rocks, and yeah, it's really cool. There's all veggies and fruit growing everywhere. It's absolutely beautiful. So I'll take you for a look around. The food was really good, and
we had the lamb and the squid.
Yeah.
And it was like traditional Croatian cooking, I believe.
Yeah.
So that was tasty.
Yeah.
And then on to the final day.
Yep, and well, this is pretty much us now. So we've got here at about 3, I think, and then we've just gone to grab some stuff for lunch, eaten our lunch, and then tonight we meet everyone at a bar at 10 PM and do your goodbye drinks and all that, and then off the boat at 8:30 tomorrow morning.
And the sailing is over.
I'm really
it was a
sad.
very quick week.
Like, yeah, pulling back into this marina, I just couldn't believe we're already back here. Like, it feels like we just left. I could do this forever. But sailing Croatia, it was awesome. We were so glad that we picked this type of sail Croatia, because obviously you do have these big pirate boats, but to be on a Beneteau sailing around on this, and well, of course this boat was, we watched a lot of Sailing the Vagabond, so this boat was their original boat, so Michael has been fangirling all week and posing where Riley has posed. So
yeah.
We're
sitting in the exact same saloon
right
now.
Yeah, wonder why we're sitting here.
Alright, better sign off.
Yep. Okay, so we'll see you next week as we head up north to, I really want to say Finland. Next week we head north to Helsinki. I get Michael to do a 13-kilometre walk around the city before the Lime scooter temptation got the best of him. We stopped to try some of the local produce. The berries are insanely big here. And lastly, we fit in a quick trip over to Estonia.